Well, Madam Vice President, we would love to close with one more question from you. I mean, there's so many amazing young leaders here that are streaming from all over the country, survivors, activists, frontline providers, violence intervention, mentors, so many leaders. And I'm just curious, what would you say to the young leaders of the future of how they can be a part of the change and really help turn this issue around?
Well, I'll start with this. You were born a leader. And for the young leaders who are here now, you have clearly decided to activate that as early and as soon as possible. And that inspires all of us. Our country needs you. Our country needs you. And so I got plenty of advice. Okay, here you go. So let's start with this. You're going to hear many times in your life, oh, nobody like you has done that before. Oh, you're too young. Oh, it's not your time. Wait your turn. This is one I love. Oh, it's going to be hard work. Don't you ever listen to that. Let me tell you, I have a saying, I eat no for breakfast. I don't hear no until maybe the 10th time, and I don't hear it then either. So don't ever listen when someone tells you that the thing that you have passion about, that you know can be done. Don't ever listen when somebody tells you it's not possible. The other piece of advice I have is this. Don't ever be burdened by other people's limited ability to see who can do what. That's not your problem. That's not your problem. That's their problem. Got more advice. There will be many times when you're going to be in a room, a meeting room, a boardroom, where you're going to be the only one that looks like you in that room. The only one who's had the experiences that you've had. I want you to look around this room and hold this image in your heart and in your mind. And you remember when you walk in those rooms, we are all in that room with you. And so we expect and require that you walk in that room with your chin up and your shoulders back, knowing you are carrying the voice of so many people who are so proud that you are there. Don't ever let anyone suggest to you that you are alone, because that's one way to make somebody feel like they don't have people. You have people. You have people who stand with you. And so these are some of the things that I think is so important for our young leaders to remember. And in particular, our young leaders right now. You know, you talked, Greg, about active shooter drills. You know, when I was growing up, the closest thing we had is fire drills. Mm-hmm. Yep. Right? Our children, our young people, when I was doing the college tour, and I was doing it with college age people, so I was doing trade schools as well as universities and stuff. And I would ask the young people, raise your hand if at any point between kindergarten and 12th grade you had to endure an active shooter drill. Almost every hand went up. This one young person said to me, younger than the college, and said to me, yeah, that's why I don't like going to fifth period. I said, why, sweetheart? Why don't you like going to fifth period? And they said, well, because in fifth period, there's no closet to hide in. So we talk about trauma. It includes, especially when you're talking about children who are exposed to everyday gun violence, and they're doing active shooter drills, worrying about who might bust through the classroom door. Think about what our children are carrying in terms of the fear, when their beautiful big brains should be open to the wonders of the world and being taught about the wonders of the world and excited about that. And so back to our young leaders, your voices on so many issues, including this one, are based on a lived experience, which gives you the authority and the right and the entitlement to go out and speak your truth and require that people listen to you. And don't stop talking until people listen to you. We are counting on you. And when our young leaders start voting in their numbers on issues like this, we're going to see a sea change. Because they're not going to wait. They're not going to wait, and they are not falling for the okie doke. So that's my advice. And then I guess my last piece is this. So I was proud when I was in the United States Senate to be one of the sponsors to make Juneteenth a federal holiday, and Juneteenth, yes. And Juneteenth is tomorrow. So, a lot of people have said, well, how should we be celebrating? And, we have the traditions, of course, but how should we think about now as a federal holiday? So one of the things that I've issued as a call to action, so I would invite everyone to participate, is among the many ways that you celebrate Juneteenth, think about how you can ask just your neighbor or your cousin or somebody to make sure they're registered to vote. Let's think of it as a day of action to register people to vote as well for Juneteenth. So, there we go.